What is up, people? I just want to say this video is going to be a little different because the honorable mentions, I did not want to get copyright striked again. So it's just pictures with the music over. And oh my god, I'm such a bad host. I didn't even introduce myself. Hello, I'm Jack. I'm the main person who runs 2DC Fans. We have another person, Miles, but he hasn't posted in like 6 months, so I don't know what's going on with that. But today we are ranking the top 10 best Arrowverse series finales. And if you are confused on how any of this is Arrowverse, you can always leave a comment, and I will 150% reply with an answer. But anyway, I'm rambling, so let's roll that intro. I just want to state this. I watched Batman the Animated Series and New Batman Adventures when they were on DC Universe. So, they were separate shows, and you could call this the series finale of Batman the Animated Series. I consider Batgirl Returns to be the series finale of Batman the Animated Series. It would be number 18, by the way. But I think this episode is adapted, but it's an adaptation of a comic that came out a couple years before this episode, and was written by Paul Dini, of course, and was obviously, I don't know, I just found this episode really, it's a really enjoyable episode, man. It shows the origin of Harley Quinn in the DCAU, and here we are about to get some photos that are not from the episode, because IMDb didn't have enough. So, yeah. I don't know why I didn't look up clips on YouTube and screenshot it off there, but don't question me. This is how I do stuff, but I love the ending of this episode with Harley getting pushed out the window, and it ends with her getting the note from Mr. J, and it will show that Harley will always go back to Mr. J, even in the time of Batman Beyond, or something like that. I don't know. Well, I do know because she's at the end of Return the Joker, but yeah. But here in our number 10 spot, we have the Justice League Season 2 with Justice League Series finale, Star-Crossed. And Star-Crossed was interesting. It covers the Thanagarian invasion that had been set up for the Bat. It wasn't really set up. It was Hawkgirl was an undercover agent, and yeah, it was just a final. It was an ending to the series, and when at the end when Hawkgirl and Alfred talk, I like that. And this was the final episode. It wrapped it all up. John broke his arm protecting Shayera from Qatar Hall, I think his name was. But yeah, this show just had an amazing series finale, and most of the DCAU did. It's all their series finales besides Batman Beyond's and Static Shock's and Batman Animated Series, in my opinion, were not that good. But I don't know. I have a soft spot for Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. I'm old enough to have reruns of those on at like 7 a.m. on Cartoon Network, so those shows are really nostalgic for me. I don't know, they have a soft spot in my heart. But here we got the yes, you guys are gonna be confused on how WandaVision fits in. Drop a comment, I will respond. WandaVision series finale was very underwhelming, and I think the fans, us, especially new Rockstars, which is amazing. Their channel's linked down below. If you're not subscribed, subscribe them. And everybody in the fandom was hyping up Mephisto, Doctor Strange. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get so many answers. Yeah. But, oh, sorry, I just hit my table. But the only answer we got was Ralph Boner. Nobody was laughing, Marvel. I don't know. Kevin Feige confirmed that Doctor Strange was supposed to appear in the finale, but there are also supposed to be like 10 episodes in the series. But the pandemic. I don't know if I can say this. The you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but yeah, it delayed that. But this episode, you can't deny through all the problems we had and everything that happened, you can't deny that it wasn't a horrible episode. It wasn't great like the previous episode had been. Episode 8 of WandaVision is probably my favorite episode of WandaVision, I'm just gonna say. But this episode isn't bad, and I still like it. Actually, I have a review on it. It will be linked down below, and you can watch it. But anyway, the quote-unquote finale of the GCAU, but the GCAU is getting a revival now, and not like a revival series, but actually, well, Batman Cape Crusader isn't going to be part of it. Anyway, I'm rambling. Destroyer was a great episode. They brought Darkseid back, and he's more powerful this time, and it's kind of what it all been building to this season. And season 3 of Justice League Unlimited is it's not as good as the Cadmus arc, but it's also a really impressive. You can tell that they had to figure out what they were going to do for a third season, and it worked off well. It paid off well, I'm sorry. And this episode was just really a big battle with Darkseid, and the cardboard speech. If you've seen this episode, the cardboard speech just says it all, and why this episode deserves this placement, and why everybody talks about Destroyer. And believe me, if Epilogue was if it was a series finale, it would be way higher than this, man. I love Justice League Unlimited, man. I think I have the complete DVD set from when I was a kid. Yeah, man, DVD. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm fidgeting or something. I gotta do that to keep my focus. Yeah, Malcolm Middle. You get it. You get the gist. Comment. Was this series finale perfect? No, nothing ever is perfect in my. None of these series finales on this list are perfect. There is one thing I would change about it, but Malcolm Middle is the one thing that I can put in my head and say, I don't know what I would change about it. And that is very strong. I love the president's speech, if you know what I mean, with after the bomb explodes that Reese makes. I'm sorry. I'm fidgeting. After the bomb that Reese makes, not the bomb, but like the goo canister explodes, and the family's like, Malcolm, we know when you grow up, you're gonna become president, help people out, like us out, and it doesn't. It's a good ending for the show, but it doesn't completely end the universe. You have Reese as the janitor, you have Malcolm in Harvard, you have Dewey and Jamie in the house starting up trouble, and we have the end. We have Francis presumably having a kid, and right as Lois is pregnant again, and it just you can end and have it's an ending and a new beginning. But here we have, this is the most recent series finale as of when I'm recording this, and yeah, I have a review on this episode. It will be linked down below. But closure, I thought, I don't know much about Black Lightning. I skimmed through the first 2 seasons because I thought they were really boring. I really enjoy season 3, but I don't remember much of it. But season 4 I really got in tune with because I had to review it, and I came to love these characters. And I love the JJ reveal in this episode. JJ was just someone in the sky, or like a tiny antimicrobial bad guy who was jealous of Jennifer, and just one Jennifer's life. So we have Jennifer, and we have Tobias's death in this episode not by Black Lightning. It was kind of his own fault, but if you've seen the episode, you know what I mean. We have Black Lightning's sort of retirement. It's basically confirmed that he's going to be in a couple episodes of Flash Season 8 or something like that. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. You can hear more about this in my review, but I really hated the ending with Lala getting freed from concrete. It felt like it could have been done somewhere else, or it should have been done earlier in the season. But this episode, the series finale of Teen Titans, I don't think it was intended to be the series finale because of the ending, which they make fun of in Teen Titans Go. Yes, I've watched all Teen Titans Go. Not season 6 yet, it's not on Hulu. Actually, I'm not gonna go check. This episode broke my heart because for 3 seasons we've been believing that Tara is dead, and Beast Boy encounters Tara this episode, or they really never say it in the show if it is Tara or it's just someone who looks like her, but I believe that it is Tara, and she got her memories wiped, and this had been teased at before in the series, but this obviously wasn't supposed to be the series finale, but it was just so heartbreaking, and it made me, it was just heartbreaking. That's how I describe it. I can't say any more words, but I love it, man. I think you can tell. I don't know how to describe it. We have many unanswered questions about Teen Titans, like who was Red X and everything else. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my table. I don't have anything I can say about this episode, but it was amazing. Talking about amazing episodes, number 3 might fall. Again with the nostalgia, I was born in 2006, and this came out in 2008, so I actually have this whole DVD, this whole series on DVD, and along with the Batman, and it's amazing, man. I love this show. I rewatched it back in August. It was so much fun. It's campy Batman, which I love. During the OG quarantine back in like May, I watched all of the Batman 66 show, which is actually not that bad of a show, man. You should go watch it if you can. But Batman the Bold just amplifies everything you like about that show, but with the Justice League and the 60s comics and the wacky ideas, it's like anything they pitched to the show. Cartoon Network, the WB, never said no. They always said, yeah, what more crazy do you got? There are so many great episodes that I can just think of off the top of my head, like when Batman and Superman fight each other, even small episodes where like they go find Ray Palmer, or I don't know, Batmite's one of my favorite characters. He's just great. But one of my favorite episodes is the one where Aquaman and Ryan Choi have to shrink down and go inside of Batman. I don't know, that's a weird thing. It's an amazing episode. I have so much nostalgia for it. It's just amazing. But anyway, I gotta stop talking about Batman. We're talking about Arrow now. Arrow series finale, Fade Out, was an amazing episode. I know some people don't like this, but I think it brought Arrow to a magnificent close, and I don't think that any other finale would have worked. I love the way it was executed. We have these cameos with Tommy being alive, and Emiko is alive, most importantly. Not most importantly, screw Emiko. I love the funeral scene where we have everybody there, and we have Barry, which was a given, but we have Kara there too, showing that Earth Prime is sticking, and it was, man, we have the ending with Diggle getting the Green Lantern ring, which we're going to find out more about, because if you're watching this future, Diggle hasn't shown up in any of the shows. 2 days ago on Tuesday, his episode Superman Lois, David Ramsey's episode that he directed came out. It was a big episode, but yeah, we don't know what's happening with that reading. It's just a big thing, but the Roy and Sarah, Thea stuff happened in this episode, which also was pretty good. But here we go. Let me nerd out about how much I love Smallville's finale, and you can obviously tell it's at #1. It was built up for 10 years. I watched this from January to April of 2020, and like January 4th to like April 7th. Weird, I remember that. But I watched this character Clark Kent, who Tom Welling, Jensen Ackles couldn't do this. He's amazing in Supernatural. I'm on season 11 right now, but he couldn't be Tom Welling. Tom Welling was the only person who could be Superman, along with Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor, who they brought back for this episode after dying in season 8. Well, 7, but season 8 was like a body double because Michael Rosenbaum, it was difficult. But then they brought him back as a clone. He killed Tess Mercer, or Lana Luthor, but she went by Tess Luthor. And I love this episode. It was... Clark didn't get married by the end, but flashes of like 2018 or whatever. When he does, Lex Luthor's become president, and he defeats Apocalypse and Darkseid's forces on the budget of a CW. But by the end, Clark becomes Superman, and it's a magnificent crescendo, and I'm happy about it. I know people hate Smallville's finale, but I love it. And yeah. But anyway, I'll stop talking about Smallville. That was my ranking for the top 10 Arrowverse series finales. I hope it wasn't too distracting for you or weird for you with the honorable mentions. Like I said, I didn't want to get copyright striked, so that's why I just have the text and the theme music. I'm sorry if it was a little too weird. You can tell me that in the comments down below. And again, if anything in this episode is, you don't know how it's connected, drop a comment. I will respond to you. That I should stop saying that, man. You guys got the notion. But anyway, if you'd be so kind to go down the description and follow us socials, it'd be greatly appreciated. And if you can do that, why don't you drop us a subscription? We're on the road to 100 subscribers. But anyway, goodbye. Stay safe and goodbye.